Good evening. Obviously, it was a close game, a tight game. We didn't execute to our very best, but we had a couple injuries. Jake Campos will be seen by the doctor tomorrow. Hopkins will also be seen by the doctor tomorrow. Both of those guys will have MRIs. But for the rest of the guys, Kent Perkins was just cramps, and Matt was just got hit on the knee, but he'll be fine. Matt Jones. So those are the guys that we had. As far as the game's concerned, we damn near won every statistical category except points. We had 83 plays, 390 yards, total yards. Obviously, we had some big plays late in the game that created the unbalance in the yardage. But the things that kill you too are the penalties. We had 8 penalties for 61 yards, and they only had 3 for 15, and that's a little lopsided in my eyes, but that's what the officials said they had seen. The play that probably broke our back was the interception and the return that our players felt that it was offsides. I'll have to see it on tape, but like I told them before, there's no whistle. You got to keep playing. Got to go get the guy on the ground. You can't stand there and watch and think that they're going to throw a flag, even if there is instant replay, because they can still blow the call. So that's on me, because it starts at the very top. It starts with me. And I guarantee you those mistakes will not be made again. We're too good of a football team. We can't allow those things to become part of us. And to be quite honest, they should never have been a part of us to begin with. So that will be corrected. It will be rectified, and we will move forward. On the brighter side, Jordan was 30 of 37 and passed for 284 yards, which was good. He had a good night and had 3 touchdown passes, and we rushed 43 times for 126 yards. Those are the things we're trying to continue to do, and that's important. So it keeps defenses balanced. We had the possession 37 minutes, 14 seconds, but like I said before, none of that matters if you can't outscore the opponent, and we didn't today.
Coach, over here. Going back to last week, you go into that game, huge underdogs, come out with the win. Coming into this week, again, huge underdogs, but you're competitive to the end. Does your team embrace that underdog mentality whenever they take the field?
I think probably the most important part of what we're doing, they got to understand, first 2 games we knew we were going to have to be on the road, and you have to be road warriors, you have to be resilient, and you have to embrace those moments. You can't shy away from it. You can't be having trepidations about it. You got to embrace it wholeheartedly and go after it. And I think our team is growing that way. They're maturing that way. And I think even at the end, no one quit. Everyone was fighting to try to find a way to win, and that'll make us much better going down the road. And now they felt that sting, and it's never fun. I don't care what you do in life. My children will attest to this. Never embrace losing, ever. And they know better. And I'm trying to teach the team the same thing. Don't ever embrace losing. Don't point the finger at anyone else but yourself. I'll look at myself in the mirror and be very critical of the things that we did or did not do, and I'll do a self-evaluation on myself and make sure that next week it's cleaned up.
Yes, Coach. Ahmad Day, the Garage Apartment Media. Just a couple questions. Number one, with Jordan Ta'amu and the game he had today, he was remarkably efficient today for, I think at one point I saw he was 19 of 21. So first, was there anything that you saw in the film watching the Roughnecks that, that allowed you to have that efficiency throwing those short passes? And two, on the interception, the first one, the one that was returned to the 1 yard line, that one just seemed to be, was that a bad route run or just a bad read by Jordan?
I think the ball sailed on him. I'm talking about the second one, right. The interception. The ball sailed on him a little bit, and they happen. And sure, we'd love to wish we could have it back, but our defense, I thought, at times did a really nice job of firming up, and once we got our feet on the ground, but they also know that we can't allow some of the things. We got to get 3 and outs, and there was too many extended drives. I have to laugh. Their quarterback's an exceptional player. I think he's an exceptional player, but it was amazing to me when we threw him on his back. We had to review the play. I mean, those plays, those are plays we shouldn't even be looking at. We're taking time out of a game to look at a guy land on his back, and then he jumped up and rolled over and start playing again. Blow the damn whistle and let's go on to the next play. As far as the rest of it, Jordan is growing weekly, and I really love that about him. He's a sponge. Chuck has done an exceptional job with Jordan. Fortunately for us, Coach Long played in the NFL. He's been under center. He knows what it's like. He can give Jordan those experiences. As a coach, I couldn't. I know certain things that I see as a receiver that I can say to him in his reads and things. But the things that Chuck sees, he sees it as a quarterback and as a guy that's been behind center. And I think that will weigh heavily for Jordan in a positive way, so that his growth will continue.
Coach, you went in down at the half, I think 21-6, but then you came out and you all had 2 long drives, to make the game close. Did that, having those long drives, did that take a lot out of your team as well because you all were playing catch-up?
When you're in those situations, if you're not prepared for them, sure it can. I think our team's in great condition. I think that overall, it wasn't as much as that. It was just the mistakes. We shot ourselves in the foot a couple times. We had the ball when we were backed up down on the goal line a couple times, but we jump off sides 2-3 times down there. Let's be honest. We played well enough to win, but we didn't deserve to win. I'm just going to be, and like I said to you before, it starts with me. And trust me, we'll rectify it this week at practice.
Coach Chrissy Freud, USA Today Sports Media Group. Jordan is largely regarded as one of the most likely quarterbacks to go on to the NFL from this league. Right now, considering that he has been on NFL practice squad before, right now, what stands between him and being an NFL-ready quarterback?
Probably just reps. This is going to be his resume. And as of now, he's showing very well, and we understand that. But the good thing for Jordan is he has Coach Long as his quarterback coach and his offensive coordinator. And so, Jordan didn't even start until he was a senior. So these reps are vital for him, for not just for in the future, but for our future, as in St. Louis. And if he continues to grow in this manner, we're going to be very happy with the things that he does. And you can see his leadership growing and how he is starting to, he has a quiet confidence about him, but he's starting to become more vocal. So that's even great to watch and see it be nurtured and grow as it grows with him.
Also noticed Nick Fitzgerald moved to the bottom of the depth chart at quarterback. Kind of a unique player in terms of versatility and what he brings. Can you elaborate more on his role in the offense moving forward?
Well, Nick has a special skill set that we like, right now he has a little package that we put together for him, and that'll continue to grow as things continue to move forward. And we like what Nick can do, and he'll continue to grow as a quarterback also.
Jair Romero from XFL.com. June Jones said that there was a couple times where he noticed that the home crowd might have gone to you guys. So I was curious, how disruptive was actually the home crowd, and what does it mean that you guys will be back home for the next 2 games?
Like I said before, I could sit here and make an excuse why we did this or that. Come on, you got to go play the game. It's not the first time we played in a loud place. And last week was loud, but you got to make your adjustments, and you got to understand that that's part of the game, and we understood that, and we were prepared for it. The tough part of it that happens is when you get a player hurt and you have to bring another player in, and then he hasn't had as many of the reps. So, but it's still no excuse. We still got to be ready to play, and that's why some guys are starters and some guys are backups. But when it's all said and done, it's next man up.
And what about you guys being home for the next couple weeks?
Well, it'd be nice because we won't have to get on a damn plane and go somewhere. Thank you, guys.